Bom dia! The weather today is almost warm and sunny-ish, so I'm inspired to do a pronunciation tip on the two biggest cities in Brazil. I'm talking about the cities you probably know as São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. And I'm sure you're quite confident that that's not how they say them in Brazilian Portuguese. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're quite right. That's not how they say them. What I'm not here to tell you is that you have to say them in English the way they say them in Brazilian Portuguese. Look, you'll sound pretentious and probably nobody will understand you. If you're talking with friends, you say, "Oh yes, well I was visiting Paris last year." They'll be like, "Why don't you just say Paris?" Likewise, with Rio and with São Paulo, you might as well say it the way they're going to be expecting, or it just becomes distracting. But if you want to know how they say them down there so that you can recognize them, or you can just sound like a person who knows it for some particular purpose, okay, I'm going to tell you because that's that thing I do. Number one, the biggest city in Brazil is São Paulo. São Paulo. São has this nasalization on it. You might know, for instance, in French, an N after a vowel will tend to nasalize it. Well, in Brazilian Portuguese, in fact in all Portuguese, an N or an M after a vowel can also nasalize it, as in sim, meaning yes, and bom, meaning good. But sometimes what they'll do is they'll put a tilde over a vowel to indicate nasalization. So, São, saint, and Paulo, meaning Paul, that's probably fine up to the U. You'd be like, Paul, okay, I get that, you know, Paulo, whatever, but then you're like, shouldn't it be Paulo? Well, in Portuguese, the O at the end of a word, and it's quite common, always floats up when it's sitting there in that unstressed position, just floats up from O to U. So, São Paulo. Now, the other one. The one everybody loves, the one with all the beaches. Are you ready? Rio de Janeiro. I'm going to say that again a little more slowly. Rio de Janeiro. You're probably wondering how you get from Rio de Janeiro to Rio de Janeiro. Okay, I'm going to go from the back to the front. Janeiro. I already told you about the O, so you got that. The J is pronounced ja. In Portuguese, J is always ja, no exceptions. So, there you go. Janeiro. It's not too hard. D. You'd be like, isn't that de or da? Well, no, not in Brazilian Portuguese. A final E also raises up to E. You see this on the ends of lots of words, as in, for instance, cidade, meaning city. It might look to you like it should be cidade, but no, cidade. And that might lead you to think, okay, wait, I just heard that D go ja, right? So the D's and T's palatalize and affricate, because you're a linguist, right, or something. And they go from da and ta to ja and cha. Except that if you listen to people from Rio de Janeiro, if they speak it slowly, they usually don't say Rio de Janeiro, they say Rio de Janeiro. I'm not going to say exactly why that is. It might be dissimilation, or it might be another detail that I'm just not sufficiently conversant with. But you're not really going to say it that way anyway. You're going to say Rio de Janeiro. So, don't worry about it. Now, Rio. So you got the O there at the end, but you're probably thinking, shouldn't that be Rio? I mean, wait. There is no J, there is no H. There's an R there. Yes, that's right. R at the beginning of a word, and double R anywhere else in the word, in Brazilian Portuguese is pronounced H. Why is this? Well, they got two kinds of R's in Portuguese, the weak and the strong. It's just like in Spanish. Pero, weak R, means but. Perro, strong R, means dog. Likewise in Portuguese, only in Portuguese that R moved through R, which you will hear in some parts of Portugal, and on through H to H in Brazil. Anytime you got a strong R, which is the R at the beginning of the word, or a double R in the middle of the word, it's H. So if you see a person whose name looks like it should be Rafael, well, no, it's Rafael. Because, oh yeah, the L at the end becomes oo. But I'm not giving you the complete Portuguese pronunciation guide because I'm not trying to hurt you here. The rule number one, if you speak any language other than Portuguese, and especially Brazilian Portuguese, is that you're gonna get things wrong consistently, persistently, for a long time after you start learning it. It goes against your instincts over and over and over and over again. And that is one of a great many reasons that Portuguese is one of the most fun languages in the entire world. I swear it is. So, there you go. Today's pronunciation tip: São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro. And bom dia.